How could you have made enough money to never have to pay for pillows, duvets, carpets, or random pillowcases ever again? Well, I'll show you with this gap on Bed Bath & Beyond. Now keep in mind, as always, I let everyone know exactly how and if I made money on a particular trade. I did not play this particular trade on Bed Bath & Beyond. However, I did take my normal run-of-the-mill 10 EMA trade on Tesla for 1.2 Rs. Here's pretty much precisely what that looks like. Just playing the bear candle, closing above the 10 EMA, and hitting 1.2 Rs with a bunch of my other Tesla Titans. So it was a really good day for that. But from a gap standpoint on Bed Bath & Beyond, what stood out was one thing. Number one, it was earnings. Number two, everyone knew about this gap. Number three, it was gapping above the prior high. And number four, it was gapping above a really, really nice resistance. That resistance being this 20 moving average. Here are the steps that you would have taken to potentially trade Bed Bath & Beyond with a normal, basic, run-of-the-mill, boring 10 EMA strategy. First and foremost, you would have noted tons of bull volume. Last 2 days, it is a retest gap, so it will have most likely some selling. Number three, Bed Bath & Beyond is an absolute garbage company, and it's just a few days from being at zero. But yes, granted, today might offset it going to zero for a week or two. And you know some shorts are going to be trapped, some bears are going to be squeezed out, and there's going to be an opportunity for a little bit of a long pump at some point. So decent gap, up about 20%. So you're going to be marking the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA on the daily. This is your exact process because there's no other moving average in the way on any particular major time frame. Then we're going to pop in here to a 3-minute, and we're going to notate the pre-market high and the pre-market low. Here's the pre-market high. I'll draw it in purple, and the pre-market support really is around this green line, but let's just kind of draw it into here. So we know that there's some kind of pre-market support into this particular area, and it is a retest gap. Also, stock's not very expensive. One thing you could have done, as far as just a blind buy low, sell high, would have been to throw in a limit buy down here, put your stop probably around 2, and put your target somewhere right around 280. That would create a 1.2 risk reward ratio, essentially saying, all right, maybe this happens and maybe this happens since it is a retest gap. That trade would have worked pretty spellbindingly well, and great job if anyone took that trade. Amazing, amazing work. But what I'll also show you is how you could have taken it with just a boring run-of-the-mill 10 EMA setup. So here's the really, really quick selling. This is the retest, and you'll notice it doesn't actually come all the way down into that pre-market support, at least not yet. Let me turn off the moving averages for a second and put up just the 10 EMA because that's all we're going to look for a moment. There's no reason even to look to short Bed Bath & Beyond because it's not shortable. So here's some selling. Here's some selling. Here's a bull 10 EMA. Here's a little bit of a higher low, morning star, pressure's building. So I'm still waiting to trade down to here. And I notice, nope, it's not going to happen. So you cancel that buy off of the retest pre-market support. The good news is you can see how it interacted with the support area, which is essentially the 20 EMA on the daily. And now you're going to notice we might break above this pre-market resistance, but we are certainly forming a double bottom with good volume. So here comes the next candle, bullish candle, inside candle. Here comes the next candle, bullish candle, and then boom, strong break of the pre-market resistance. Really, really clean. Look at that volume and notice the double bottom, notice the close above the neckline, and notice the indecision on this candle. This is a beautiful setup because it easily allows you to, number one, place a trade saying, okay, if it goes higher, I'm gonna get in, place my stop down here, which is below this candle. A really, really ultra conservative stop would have gone below the low of this candle, which is respectable if you did that. You got the double bottom, you got the consolidation and compression building at the pre-market resistance. And the reason that there's no need to fear a breakout on this trade, if it happens, is because you have bear volume, you have a rejection, you have people selling to lock in profits. If it goes higher, you're going to get some people who are squeezed, And on the daily chart, it's already so flipping low that why not? Why can't it go a little bit higher? And there's no moving average on any major time frame that's going to act as a resistance. The next target is here, this 50 EMA. So that gives you plenty of risk reward, 2.35 if you can hold on that long, which if you took this trade, look at this, another compressionary candle. I mean, team, come on. That is absolutely brilliant. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful entry. You got your setup. You got the 10 EMA. You got the compression. You're in to win. Next candle, another bearish candle, another good amount of volume. So you simply say to yourself on this one, okay, it could pull back. It could rest. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it sit here, let it do its thing. Next candle closes above that high. At this point, you walk away. You walk away from the chart for 15, 20 minutes because the trade is essentially working immediately. If you're ever going to hold a strong winner, this is when you do it, when the trade begins to work. And this trade just crushed beautifully. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this helps. This is exactly how I would have played Bed Bath & Beyond. It wasn't on my list, but I'm sure it might have been on someone else's list. Here's the key. I miss on trades every single day, all the time. My goal is to analyze them. Would I have taken this trade? Why would I have taken this trade? Do I understand why I would have taken this trade? Does this trade match what I'm looking for? Does it match my plan? Does it match my process? And if the answer is yes, it makes me feel validated that I know what I'm doing. Because for me, that's what I'm looking for. A strict process that I can follow every single day without fear, without hesitation, without concern. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was helpful. I hope you made tons of duvet money on Bed Bath & Beyond, or I also hope you made tons of money on this perfect Tesla gap because it was the easiest trade of all time. Bear candle, gapping up. We are above the 10 EMA. You were below the 20 EMA, so there's plenty of room there. We have a amazing gap and go above a hammer on a weekly chart. So trading that on Tesla today, I mean, I do not think that any trade was easier than this one. Here's your bear candle closing above the 10 EMA right there. Entry above the previous resistance. Just like Bed Bath & Beyond, you had an inside compressionary candle. Once the candle closed, that's your entry. That's your money. Well done. That's exactly how I played Tesla. Got out for 1.2 hours with the crew, nailing it, slanging and banging, snapping necks and cashing checks. Subscribe to this channel. It's worth it. Thank you so much for watching. You are amazing. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade. Bye.